the strike and reducible minimums. Let's now move on to other stories also making your headlines. And you need to brace for tough times ahead, as the taxman could be collecting taxes at the same rate as he did before the cushion were put in place due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this is after Parliament convened a special sitting Tuesday for the first hearing of the Tax Amendment Bill 2020, seeking to normalize taxation beginning January of next year. And as KTN's Brian George reports, lawmakers' main reason for supporting the bill was their pursuit to stabilize the economy.
For most people, 2020 painted a dark economic picture, a factor that the government sought to mitigate against by introducing tax reliefs. In the temporary tax holiday announced by President Uhuru Kenyatta, those earning 24,000 shillings and below were to be exempted from tax. Value-added tax was reduced to 14% from 16%. Pay-as-you-earn was reduced to 25% from the normal 30%, and corporate tax was equally reduced to 25% from the normal 30%.
Mr. Speaker, the basic principle when it comes to budgeting, you look at your revenue, Mr. Speaker. And if your revenue has reduced, maybe because of the pandemic, the logic dictates that you harmonize your programs, Mr. Speaker.
Beginning 1st January 2021, persons earning 24,000 shillings and below will continue enjoying the tax holiday, while all other taxes will be normalized. If you earn 50,000 shillings monthly, you will lose an extra 4,241 shillings. If you earn 100,000 shillings, you will have to part with an extra 7,229 shillings in taxes. After reportedly losing 65 billion shillings in revenue in Q2, Treasury now says the tax holiday is no longer sustainable. With massive job losses, business closures, restructured loan facilities and pay cuts, stabilizing the economy will be a tall order. But even as the mood of the House was skewed towards approval and a possible future passing of the bill, some leaders had dissenting views.
With the increase, Honourable Speaker, from 14 to 16%, I can bet, Honourable Speaker, the day after tomorrow, there are prices of commodities that will go up, because business people are in business driven by the profit motive and not anything else.
The measures are nonetheless expected to sail through, with other cushions introduced across other sectors also set to lapse. This include an elimination of cash transfer costs from bank to mobile wallets. There is, however, some respite for Kenyans after mobile service provider Safaricom announced a reduction in its transaction costs. In a statement to newsrooms, Safaricom is set to implement tariff reductions across various categories. It will now cost 6 shillings to send between 101 shillings and 500 shillings, down from 11 shillings. Transactions of between 1,501 shillings and 2,500 shillings will cost 32 shillings, down from 41 shillings. Brian George, Otieno, KTN News.
Indeed, very good news from M-Pesa. And let's now do some politics. The late Machakos Senator Boniface Mutinda Kabaka was today laid to rest in a send-off ceremony marked by bitter political exchanges between national leaders from different camps. Even as top speakers showered praises on the departed senator for his legal prowess and legislative